Your parties. Touché. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Aloha, everybody. It is Friday, May 29th. Haunted. Thank you. Oh, jeez. I'll put this on. Yep, get that going on. It is, well, let me say, it is Aloha Friday. So it's Aloha Friday. The last Friday of the month. Aloha Friday. Now that that's out of the way. Haunted, you say, huh? Well, let's see. Little blog, little news. The birdies, it rained last night. But really, today, May 29th, is my father's death day. He died on this day 12 years ago. 12 years. And I don't know, my mom, and well, later today we'll go over to Moron. Thanks. We'll go over to the cemetery, Diamond Head Memorial, and we'll put some flowers on his grave every week on Friday, every week for 12 years. So I'm quite the I don't know, visitor of the cemetery. So, you know, you think about like ghost hunting. Hey, ghost hunting. Hey, it's the ghost, the cat ball. It's in this package. Put that there. See if it goes off. Well, I'll tell you a little ghost story. Okay, when my father passed away, and he was dealing with a lot of emphasema, so it was a slow deterioration with the oxygen, and it was painful. It helped him out as much as it could. And you love my father. He was a great guy, you know. He was Korean War fighter pilot with the P-51 Mustangs, and he always looked back on that as, you know, like those were the days. Played piano. He taught himself to play, so he was kind of wow. I mean,
are you afraid?
You got very sophisticated with the piano playing. Anyways, and eventually the emphysema caught up with him. He became very weak with that oxygen bit. That's ironic with oxygen, and he just wasn't breathing. And then in the night and died. And then my mom calls me up, and it was shocking because I had to go up there and oh my God, there he is, right? They're kind of trying to move his arm. It must have passed away about 3 or 4 in the morning. So, and then it was all crazy for a week with family. But, you know, earlier when he was alive, he'd sit at the head of the table there and read the newspaper with some coffee. And his thumbs were getting to him with the piano playing and some arthritis. And he's having trouble with his electric toothbrush, you know, the on-off switch with the electric toothbrush, you know, those things, electric toothbrush. And he's like, look at this thing. And I'm like, God, it's like that button wore out. And they're not that expensive. I'll just get you a new one. So he showed it to me, and I'm just like, So I actually got into the car, went to the store. You're welcome. I came back, and there was his, you know, here's a new one. Here. Problem solved, right? And I think he kind of appreciated that immediacy, like, oh, I'll go out of my way, go get one. It wasn't out of the way to me, but I think he was a little impressed about that. And it's like, oh, pat on the back, huh? Did a good deed. And here's why I bring that up, is because right after he died, you know that paranormal thing. Are we having any paranormal? No, not really. Nothing paranormal. But that week,
she's not here.
Or even within a day or so, I came down to my room here. And I opened the door and I heard this weird sound, and I couldn't make out what it was. I'm like, what is that sound? It's like, hey, something in the distance. I traced the sound into my bathroom, and my electric toothbrush had turned on all by itself. It never, ever does that. Never has before either. Since it never has. But the electric toothbrush was like on, like, I turned it off. I'm like,
you're back.
That's weird, because that never happens. Okay, already. And then I almost didn't think about it, but then I kind of thought, and then I thought about when I got an electric toothbrush. That could have been one of those, post-mortem farewells, that's you only get like one little ghost goodbye. I don't know what the rules are in the afterlife. But anyways, that's all that. Roland, he was a great guy. And that's enough of that. I don't want to be like drifting too far into that. 12 years ago, so a lot of cemetery visits every week for 12 years. So, in the news, there's tons in the news. The monk seal guy is getting his due justice in the court. Although people want to take him out and lynch him, and they're saying, no, don't lynch the guy. In the wild news of the world, the wild world, the Iran war is still on, despite them saying ceasefire. It's ceasefire. They think, well, I don't know. Trump's like, sign this deal that I made, or we're gonna bomb you. And it's that's his peace deal. Iran kinda agreed, but we don't really know. They say they agreed, but Iran says no, we didn't. They didn't. It's like they said they agreed, so they're gonna open up the strait. The war is over. Prices of oil are gonna go down. Trump's gonna be the winner, and GOP in the midterm elections, and yay! MAGA wins forever and ever and ever and ever. The triumph of the triumphal arch, and the reflecting pool painted blue, and gilded arches and gilded everything, golden age, and we're gonna have a UFC fight outside for Trump's 80th birthday. It's all in $250 bills, gonna have Trump's face on it. Everything's gonna be just marvelous. No, I don't think any of that's gonna happen except for the UFC fight outside the White House. Iran never signed on to that, and they're just trying to spin it for looking good optics. And jeez. Yeah. I don't see the Iran war is over, but they say it's over. And then there's that weird $1.8 billion anti-weaponization of Biden administration fund. And you gonna pay off the January 6th? This is all not good, and even GOPers are distancing themselves from Trump. So there's a lot of weird stuff. Everything's weird. And I was on a phone with my friend who's heavily anti-Trump. He's like probably see veins popping out of his neck if I was talking in person. I mean, but can't get too far into that. Stayed up way late, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I gotta go to sleep. I don't know, it's stressing me out. I might have I have to take I have to watch out for my medical condition. So it's all getting weirder and weirder before that midterm election. That's really what the thing is. That UFC fight, oh my god, and Trump's 80th birthday, that's old. I mean, he was harping on Biden being old. That's 80. It's the oldest president ever. Okay, this is like too much stuff to go on and on and on. Let's see. Oh, they caught the psycho killer. Here, I'll show you. Hawaii news. Look, the triple homicide suspect caught. Yay! They caught the psycho killer. This guy, he must have just been, he's on the big island, and he must have just been whacked out on meth and just killed people. You know, the kind of like he's like all homeless and he get those people that are helpful, and then they, you know, he turns on them. And, Iran and US reach deal to extend it. Okay, there it is. It's not like it's a peace deal. It's like, we'll extend the ceasefire. These guys are all idiots. Every single one, incompetent idiots. All three of them. We're in a scary time, and this guy is trying to just, I don't know. You cannot have a nuclear weapon because I have a nuclear weapon. This is good. And in sports, there's basketball. And wow, okay, some more basketball. Not really doing that. Let's see. Still there. Psycho killers, all of them. Back in the day. Oh, no. Yeah, back in the day, 1981. When you want to relax, you just go and get yourself all dressed up for digging the dirt. This is Mr. Waffle in the Asato family, the groundbreaking ceremony, the KC Drive-In, Kapahulu, and Harding. It's a KC Drive-In. Okay, and that's Mr. Hamburger, no, Mr. Waffle. Hamburger Day was the other day. Oh gosh, waffle dog. Yeah, great. KC Drive-In, Kapahulu. Oh, now. Watch out for the missiles. Oh, Apache helicopter. Okay, there we go.
Well, I'm glad at least one of us can sleep.
It's Sleepy Joe Biden. Wait, no, wait. It's Dozy Don. What's the name for the guy? He's just 3 hours in the wee hours on his Twitter. Thing is too social. Oh, I make memes. They're so funny. Hours of that, and then he's wonder why he's sleeping. Okay, what do we got here?
Relocate army exercises. America can fight for non-factual choices. America does not include a low security. Balance of justice with justice.
I think we have to do this one here.
America is ready to fight, but not wars of choice.
In his latest column, Cal Thomas recalls the sacrifices made to win World War II and calls present-day Americans whiners because they complain about the costs of Donald Trump's war with Iran.
Americans have changed since World War II, not for the better. Cite article May 26.
The character of Americans has not changed. Before World War II, the America First movement vehemently opposed foreign wars. The attack on Pearl Harbor convinced Americans to make the sacrifices necessary to win. Americans today are not amoral or unwilling to defend our nation when necessary and the cause is just. After 9/11, tens of thousands of young Americans enlisted to fight terrorism. Trump broke the campaign promises by starting an unprovoked war with Iran. He did not bother to get approval from Congress or the American people. He constantly complains about political persecution and epitomizes the type of selfish person Cal Thomas criticizes. Instead of blaming the people, Cal Thomas should be criticizing our complainer-in-chief, Jeffrey Griswold. Jeffrey Griswold from Tyler. Griswold? Is it? It's like American Vacation or something. Yeah, well, thank you there, Jeffrey. Yeah. It's all about the optics before that midterm election. And what President Trump is doing is real grifter material. And he's trying to look rough and tough and strong and have the nukes all on his side and just take resources from other countries. And I think the Iran one is all about the oil because he's pretty wise up to the shipping thing, you know. He controls Panama, the Greenland had the Northwest Passage, but the shipping for oil, he knows about that stuff. it's about the oil and his oil buddies he's trying to have, and they're coming up here and informing him, you take this country here, and so he just started, he started that war, and oh gosh, there's the other article that was saying, about complaining Democrats, those are complainers. They're telling us that they're going to take over the election without any proof. It's like by the time there's proof, the elections are taken over. So it's a scary time. If the election goes free and clear and the Democrats win, they'll come in and confiscate the election ballots. And then, so we got to watch out for that stuff. So there's a lot of pushback, but not enough pushback. Anyways, it's Friday. And aloha oi to my dad, in fond remembrance. And he was like one of those good guys and stuff, he's Air Force and all that. But it was more than that. He was a friend and such. Anyways, aloha oi. Aloha.
Have a good aloha day. It's gonna be kind of wet, kind of sunny. I don't know. It's aloha. Aloha to you on Aloha Friday. Aloha Friday. Aloha.